Welcome to the deep dive. So look, if you're the one responsible for digital visibility or sales conversions in your business,
Right.
you're pretty much fighting a digital two-front war right now. On one side, the actual rules of search are just shifting under our feet as AI takes over.
And on the other, it's still about people. The human element, trust, authenticity, that's still what closes a high-value sale.
Exactly.
And that's a perfect way to frame it because our mission today is really to give you a cohesive framework for winning on both of those fronts at the same time.
Okay.
We're diving into a stack of recent research here covering everything from this rapid shift to AI search visibility all the way to the real measurable impact of founder-led marketing.
So the goal isn't just to talk about the changes.
No, not at all. It's to give you a path, a way to adapt early and, maybe even capture some market share while everyone else is still figuring this out.
That's the key, because we have to stop thinking about these two things as separate. The tech stuff and the human connection.
They're completely linked now.
They are. The sources all seem to point to this winning formula. You need that clean, structured, digital plumbing so the AI can read you.
And quote you and recommend you.
And then you need the visible, authentic leadership that earns trust from the real person who's
Ultimately signing the check.
the one signing the check. So let's not wait. Let's jump straight into the machine logic first.
Let's do it. The new SEO game.
Okay, let's unpack this visibility shift because it feels pretty fundamental. We're seeing AI summaries and these zero-click answers becoming standard everywhere. The user just gets the answer or the comparison right there on the results page. They might not ever click that blue link to visit your site.
And what's so fascinating is that the entire goal of optimization has moved upstream.
Upstream.
Yeah, we saw an analysis that called this shift visibility first SEO. You're no longer just optimizing to be position one.
Because position one might just be what the AI uses to write its own answer.
Exactly. The new objective is way simpler. Make your content so clean, so clear, and so authoritative that an AI system just has to see it, quote it, and rely on it.
And that quote, that's basically free marketing, isn't it? If the AI is this trusted intermediary, then getting quoted by it gives you this massive implied trust signal.
It does, even if the person never clicks through in that specific session.
But that brings up the huge question. I know everyone listening is thinking about this.
Yeah.
If we aren't getting the clicks, how on earth do we measure the ROI on our content?
That is the core challenge of this whole transition. You have to change how you define success. You have to accept that AI is generating awareness.
And trust.
And trust before the click. So for the business owner who's ready to adapt, we've pulled out 3 critical early-stage actions you have to take right now.
Okay.
The first one is just pure structure.
Detail that for us. What does that actually mean?
It means you need to reorganize your existing content to be, well, robot-friendly. So using really explicit heading tags like your H2s and H3s and writing in short, concise paragraphs.
So directly answering customer questions.
Directly. You have to stop writing that big, expansive marketing copy that's designed for a human to skim.
Right.
And start writing in a Q&A format. Because an AI's job is to ingest Q&A and synthesize it. This just makes it easy for the AI to process your content and, confidently use it.
Okay, that's step 1. Structure. What about the technical side for step 2?
Step 2 is implementing some basic but high-leverage schema.
And just to be clear, we're not talking about some super complex background code here.
No. We're talking about using things like JSON LD or microdata to explicitly label the key things on your page. Use FAQ schema for your questions. Use product or service schema to define the price, availability, key features.
You're literally spoon-feeding the AI the definition of what you sell.
You are, and that clarity makes the AI far more confident in recommending you, and that confidence is everything.
Okay, so let's circle back to that attribution question. How does step 3 help us when we've, lost the click?
Step 3 requires a pretty profound change in your marketing mindset. You have to start tracking impressions and, this is the most important part, branded searches. If the AI is quoting you all the time, your organic click-through rate might dip in the short term, but your overall branded visibility.
The number of people searching for your company by name.
Exactly. That will rise significantly down the line. That branded search is the lagging indicator of AI awareness. The sources are really clear on this. Owners who focus on helpful, well-structured content, they win long-term trust on every channel.
Okay, so that covers how the AI sees us.
I
But let's
start
talk about how customers are actually using it. This is where the funnel just completely changes.
Right. There's this massive accelerating trend of shoppers using AI assistants to plan their purchases.
They're basically using AI as a really sophisticated pre-shopping
That was
assistant.
planning partner? Yeah. And it's not just for big ticket items. People are using these tools to pull together reviews, compare prices, build whole shopping lists before they even open an e-commerce site.
So the AI is cutting out all that friction. The 50 open tabs we all have when we're shopping,
It's reducing it to zero.
and that means the whole consumer decision process. It's being outsourced to the AI. That has huge implications for product strategy.
Massive. If an AI system is the one building the customer's initial shortlist, your product or service has to be completely recommendation ready.
Meaning, if it's hard for the AI to categorize you, or your reviews are a mess, or your pricing isn't clear,
You're excluded from the list. It's that simple. So clear product pages, real reviews, up-to-date info, these are non-negotiable now.
and if your data is clean and current.
You land in more of those best option shortlists. And that results in higher branded and direct traffic later on because the AI basically did all the pre-qualification for you.
I think we sometimes forget where that journey even begins. Most shoppers aren't starting with specific brand names.
No, not at all. They start with those broad, open-ended questions
Right.
like best hiking boots for summer backpacking or, gift ideas under $50 for a new dad.
Which is great if you're a huge retailer.
Yeah.
But what about a smaller, specialized business?
It's just as powerful for them. You just have to think about how your specific service fits into that broader intent.
So you have to think in categories or solutions, not just products.
Exactly. You map your offerings to what people are already looking for. The simple advice is to build really specific service packages or category pages that match those broader searches.
Okay, so give us an example.
Instead of just a generic services page, you could build a page like local spa gift card ideas in Toronto for under $100.
Or best home office setup gifts for a remote employee.
Precisely. You're creating the bundle or the category that the AI is trying to build for the customer anyway. You're just pre-packaging the answer.
And making it super easy to find.
It's anticipatory optimization. And those simple, well-positioned pages outperform complex marketing copy every time for both algorithms and for real people.
Okay, that connects strategy to execution perfectly. We know why we need AI visibility now, so let's get into the specific technical how. What's the blueprint for making our pages AI ready without, a total site overhaul?
Right. And we can pull from a really simple 3-step framework for this that honestly any business can implement pretty quickly. The core idea to remember is that AI prioritizes structure over aesthetics.
Let's break down that first execution step. We're talking about structured data again, but maybe a bit more technically this time.
For sure. Step 1 is a ruthless focus on adding schema to your top offers. You need to identify if you're missing key attributes, things like review, aggregator rating, price currency, or availability.
And for service businesses.
For B2B or service businesses, make sure you're using service schema and you're specifying the target audience and service type. Then use a test tool to make sure your JSON LD is visible and error-free.
That's the clean digital plumbing the AI needs to pull details for, say, a comparison table.
Exactly. And step 2 really reinforces that idea of stop guessing what people want.
And start answering what they actually ask.
Right. Step 2 is about injecting direct answers into your content. Use short, benefit-driven headings like who this is for or what immediate problem is that solves.
And crucially, that FAQ block.
You have to pull in a small FAQ block that uses the real messy questions customers send you in emails or ask on sales calls. That ensures the info is relevant to a human and structured for the AI.
So don't invent questions, just audit your last few months of support tickets.
Perfect. And the third step is great because it makes this whole project feel manageable.
Right.
Step 3, focus all your improvement efforts on your top 10 revenue-producing pages. That's it.
The 80-20 rule.
It's the ultimate 80-20. You don't need to rebuild your whole site. If you can make those 10 pages technically pristine, you secure your immediate revenue and you're adapting for the future.
Okay, that is a really solid technical roadmap for winning the algorithm game.
Mm-hmm.
But we started this whole deep dive by calling it a two-front war.
Mm-hmm.
You can have the most perfect website in the world, but if the customer doesn't trust the person behind it, the sale's not going to happen. Structured data helps the algorithms, but what actually drives the big buying decisions?
And that's where we have to pivot. to the essential human element. This is the parallel strategy you just cannot ignore. We saw some really compelling research on this, showing a measurable link between leadership visibility and sales.
Can you give us the specific data point?
The finding was pretty stark. Founders who maintain a consistent, even just a light presence, we're talking posting at least 10 times a year.
10 times a year.
10 times a year. They tend to generate significantly more high-quality leads and close bigger deals than the founders who stay invisible online.
Okay, 10 posts in 365 days. That's highly achievable. It removes the excuse that you have to be a full-time content creator.
It does, and the key is the type of content that works. It's not about promotion, is it?
It's the total opposite of promotion. The strongest posts are short, transparent stories. Lessons learned, a genuine point of view on the industry, simple insights from solving a customer's problem.
You, the founder, are the highest quality trust signal your business has. And that light, consistent habit acts as a referral engine all year round. It just humanizes the brand.
That just makes so much sense. When a customer is facing a high-risk or a high-cost decision, they're looking to de-risk it.
Of course.
And if they see the founder as a real person who gets the challenges, who speaks with conviction, it's a huge psychological anchor for them.
Exactly. When the owner shows up with clarity and sincerity, a couple of things happen. First, your leads are warmer because they've already aligned with your perspective.
They've pre-qualified themselves.
They have. And second, your close rates go up because the sales call isn't about if they should trust you. It's about how to start working with you.
And this focus on authenticity, it's reflected in broader leadership thinking too.
It absolutely is. There was a great line that emphasized that true leadership, especially now, has to prioritize empathy, authenticity, fairness, and service.
That sincerity is what cuts through all the digital noise the AI is creating.
It is. It gives the human buyer a real reason to choose you, even if your competitor's AI summary looked technically similar.
So we've really synthesized a powerful framework here. You need the clean digital structure for the algorithms to get visibility.
And then the visible, authentic leadership for the humans to build trust and get the conversion.
You need both to win this two-front war.
And if we connect that back to the bigger picture, AI is stepping in as this new intermediary. It's sitting between you and your customer.
Which changes the whole game.
It changes the game, but it creates this massive advantage for anyone who treats AI visibility not as a chore, but as a strategic channel that needs both structure and a human touch.
And to put some final context on this, we need to look at the pace of adoption. We found a stat that's a bit of a reality check. AI search referrals to online brands are up by a staggering 700% year over year.
I mean, that's just explosive growth.
It is huge. But here's the crucial caveat that really frames your investment decisions.
Go on.
Those referrals still account for less than 1% of overall organic traffic today.
Wow. Okay.
So what that means is that owners have to aggressively prepare for this AI-driven future while at the same time protecting the traditional search channels that still drive most of their sales right now.
You have to invest in both at the same time. The foundation you have now and the future you're building.
It's the perfect distinction. It's a dual investment. So we want to leave you with one final provocative thought to consider this week as you start applying this.
Given that your product needs to be effortless for an AI to recommend and summarize, ask yourself this one question.
What is it?
Which 3 questions do your real paying customers ask you most often, either during a sales process or in an email? And are the answers to those 3 questions visible, structured, and easily extractable on your top revenue pages right now?
Go structure those answers and build that human connection. We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.